Hello, everyone, and welcome back. Jonathan Mathis, the sports judge, here with you. Thank you for checking out the content and supporting the channel. If you like the content and enjoy sports commentary, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. As much as I hate to say it, the Knicks are done. It's a 7-game series, and you have to win 4 games, but there's no coming back from this. I'm not overreacting when I say the series is over. I don't think any of us, I don't think anybody watching pictured the Pacers being 2 games away from the NBA Finals. Game one was one of the best games I've ever seen, and the comeback might be the best comeback ever. It was one for the ages. I rank I rank it up there with the Lakers comeback against Portland in 2000 in Game 7 of the Western Conference Finals. Man, that game was nerve-wracking, and I was a 14-year-old kid who could barely watch. My Lakers trailed by 14 points and completed one of the greatest NBA comebacks in history. I'm guilty of being prisoner of the moment. I picked the Knicks to win this series, and already they're down 0-2. What would I say is, or what I would say is the Knicks fans celebrated way too early, and now their team is once again about to let them down as they usually do. It's like, the Knicks just don't put the same level of energy into the game that their fans do. The raw, loud, emotional, passionate fans put a lot more energy into the game than the Knicks. The crowd feels dead now, like they gave it their all in game 2. They're tired after throwing a parade on 7th Avenue after dispatching the Boston Celtics, after their team dispatched the Boston Celtics. That's nice, but your team now finds itself in a heap of trouble being down 0-2 in the series to the Pacers. You didn't sense this coming. And you certainly didn't predict that right now the Pacers would be up 2-0 in this series. Everybody who was there at MSG surely can't even begin to express their level of disgust. The team's energy was so lame compared to their fans. You brought into the hype, poured onto the streets to celebrate, and now your team is down 0-2. If you hadn't been following, you would think they had just won a championship. We know the fans lost their minds. We know the Knicks' serious win over the Celtics sent fans into a state of delirium. We still haven't won anything yet, but hey, we're back in the Eastern Conference Finals. We have a chance to get to the finals. Let's celebrate anyway, because we haven't tasted this in a long time. And that was where they made their mistake. There was, I think, a lot of excitement and a lot of hubris involved there, and it backfired. I remind you how good Knicks fans felt. They felt really good, especially when their team was up 14 points in game 1. Now the crowd feels dead. Now you're sick to your stomach, feeling disgusted. I don't think you felt disappointment to that degree before in your life. Not sure what to expect from the Knicks. A complete letdown, and that's really an understatement. It's disappointing beyond words. And this is the thing that gets me. The Knicks, the offense was stagnant, repetitive, predictable, and they lose. Horrible ending for the New York Knicks. I thought the way the Knicks blew that 14-point lead in game 1, they're not going to win this series. To lose in that fashion, it's just too demoralizing to come back from something that catastrophic. Indiana has all the momentum. I can just paint the picture of what this series will look like the rest of the way. It's almost like it's pretty much a wrap. It's almost hard to watch their games because there's no play design at all to get an open look from three. A lot of iso ball, horrible coaching from Tibbs. You cannot bench Karl Anthony Towns for seven minutes in the fourth quarter and expect to win the game. You just can't. Look, respectfully, when it comes to the New York Knicks, they don't have the depth that Indiana has. You're not deep enough. That's the reality. And now you're trying to experiment and explore. It's a little too late for that. But to me, Mitchell Robinson had a purpose to be on the floor at the expense of an all-star big man who gives you 24 a night, who just had a big game the night before. You have Cat on the bench and Robinson on the floor, and that's no disrespect to Cat. I kind of see what Tibbs was thinking there. I kind of see why Tibbs benched Cat, and I get it. It's a playoff game. You don't bench one of your best guys, but the way Robinson is a terror in the paint and defers shots away, I see why you have him in the game. It's unbelievable how impactful he is when he's out there. We come to find out that the Knicks, and I can say this about them, they have outstanding individual performers. You definitely have a different image of this Knicks team, though, now that they're down 2-0. And I just think after you watch game 2, if there was still a part of you who think the Knicks can rise back up and make this a series, I think you're going to think differently. To say that it's not a different impression than the prior 2 series we've seen the Knicks in, it's like now when you're seeing them, they're not this team that we made them out to be. Like, in my mind, it's not just coaching. It goes beyond that. And I know I can be hard on Tom Thibodeau, but he's left in a tough spot when you think about it. Why are we ignoring the fact that Jalen Brunson is a liability? If you don't think Karl Anthony Towns isn't a defensive liability, then I don't know what to tell you, because he is. We can't pretend like that's not the real problem or the real part of this, because both of them are getting cooked. When Mitchell Robinson is on the floor, he lifts the entire defense. And the other weird part about it is not only do they look lazy on that side of the ball, but completely tired and unfocused as well. Bad screen defense. It was bad. It's weird. And you know what, though? If they win, it's all forgiven and it's all good. But they're not beating the Pacers in this series. That was confirmed after games 1 and games 2. I just think when you have a soft defense, bad fouls, along with missed free throws, you're not going to have much luck. That's really what it comes down to. You come into game 2 and you blew it. No one is going to dispute the argument that they're awful guarding screens. Who actually plays defense? And what happened to them being committed to playing defense? Their physical level of play. They were a more physical team against Detroit and Boston. Bronson can't guard suddenly. Nobody guard or shoot. And that's not the kind of effort you want, particularly on defense, when you're facing a team that has a bunch of guys who can shoot from just about anywhere. When you look at the Pacers, they are a complete and balanced team. We have to give them a great deal of credit. On the court, I need to see competitive fight. I don't see that from the New York Knicks. I need to see that you have a ton of heart and that you want the smoke. I don't see that from the New York Knicks. I'm not seeing that from this Knicks team. I think collectively, we've simply overrated and overhyped this team. And fair enough, in the Boston series, they overperformed and now run into an Indiana team in the conference finals that we clearly underestimated. It's hard not to argue that the Pacers, the team they're facing, arguably numbers-wise, are one of the best teams in these playoffs. And I'm looking at Indiana. Let's talk about Pascal Siakam, a championship-winning player. And if you look at what he did early, setting the tone with incredible shot making and scoring, he came out and scored the first 11 points. And for the most part, he smoked them in the first half and lit them up in the fourth quarter. They had no answer for him, really. The game one collapse will be a game the Knicks will forever look back at, especially if the Knicks lose this series. Naismith's late three-point barrage, combined with some timely stops and clutch shots, step back two-pointer from Tyrese Haliburton, vicious thoughts that will live in their heads and marinate always. I can't say enough good things about this Pacers squad. They play a fun, up-tempo style. They're unselfish. Everyone filling roles. And I feel like as they've gone deeper into it, they have drastically improved on D. Some quality, hard-nosed, two-way wings. And then you got Haliburton. I give a lot of credit to Rick Carlisle as well, what he's done with this roster. People forget he was the coach for one of the greatest championship wins in Dallas. He's now got a roster with talent and showing what good coaching can do. The supporting cast is I think that's the reason why none of us expected any of this from the Pacers, because no one around the NBA respects guys like Naismith and Nembhard. These guys are really, really good two-way players. And you really do understand that Haliburton has done this in every series so far in the playoffs, where he's made clutch shot after clutch shot. He's had a moment where he crushed Giannis, drive strong to the basket, game winner at the bucket. You saw him do the same thing against Cleveland, where he steps back, shot a three, a game winner. He's going to be remembered, though, for trying to back up and take a three. A shot he initially thought was the game winner. Turns out it was a two that tied the game. In the moment, he's doing the Reggie Miller choke, which then the game goes to overtime. I'm talking about game one. For him to do that with 5 more minutes to play and do what he did on the big stage in Madison Square Garden and understand the moment, it was an unreal scene. And now they're up 2-0, back home with a chance to go up 3-0. It's not that, hey, the Knicks are a bad team. It's that you met a very good Indiana team that has taken every piece of your soul. All right, everyone. Really appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Thanks for checking out the channel. Thanks for checking out the content. Thanks for rocking with me. Love y'all. You guys have a great Sunday. Enjoy the rest of your day. Before I get out of here, I want to remind everyone, hit the subscribe button for me. Like and support the channel. Share this video. Get this video out there. Share it with your people. Tell them where you can find me. But guys, I'm wrapping it up now. This is the end. That's all I have for you right now. But I'll be back. Oh, you can believe that. I will be back with more great sports content for you. Maybe sometime today. Definitely sometime today. Sometime tomorrow as well. Every day I'm bringing new content. But guys, you take care of yourselves. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. as the weekend comes to an end. And you guys be safe, be good, treat each other with respect, and we'll talk again soon. Take care, everyone.